Are you a soul-centered entrepreneur ready to step into your power and create a life and business you love? Welcome to the Alive and Thriving podcast, where host Jessica and industry experts explore how your inner world fuels your outer success. Let's dive in and ignite the embodied leader you were meant to be.
Welcome to Alive and Thriving. If you are brand new here, welcome. My name is Jessica. I am here on a mission to help you have a healthy emotional experience in your life and in your business. And if you are returning back, then welcome back. So good to have you back here. I have a question for you, and I want you to really think about this. Is there something that you truly desire in your life that you have a million stories about why you shouldn't be doing it? And are you letting those stories win? Are you letting those stories hold you back? I want you to think about what that is for you today. I think there might be something. My gut tells me there is something for you. I am going to share with you today all of the reasons why I could or should not be going on a retreat in Bali by myself with my mentor. All the reasons why I could and shouldn't be going. All the things that could have stopped me from saying yes to this experience. Now, there is quite a few of those. And the reason that I'm sharing this with you is because I feel like you are going to hear all of my reasons why I could or shouldn't be going, why I shouldn't have said yes. And I think that you are really going to resonate with a lot of them. And you're probably going to see similar reasons and similar thoughts and similar fears, similar excuses in your own world. And now you're going to get to have a look and see, okay, is this actually a legitimate thing that should be blocking me? So if you don't know, I have recently shared with everybody that I am heading off to Bali next week. And as I record this, and as you are listening to this, I will be on my way back. Okay. So I will be on the other side of this experience. And now, for some of you listening, you might be thinking, okay, that's not a big deal, right? I've been to Bali, I've been to these places, I've traveled. I haven't traveled. So I bought my first home at 21, which that was where my financial commitment went to. I didn't go traveling. I didn't go and do any of those things. I've never been overseas. And I never even needed a passport until I said yes to this trip. And that was one of the big reasons why I really said yes, because I knew that I needed to be stretched. I knew that I needed to step myself so far out of my comfort zone. But all these reasons were coming in as to why I shouldn't be going. And you're going to resonate with so many of these, I'm so sure. The first one being mum guilt. Oh, you go on 2 business retreats a year already. We do a lot of learning in those retreats, mind you. Like, you go on 2 business retreats a year already. That's already 8 nights that you leave your kids for. You're going on this like holiday as such. You're going and having this experience and you're leaving your family behind. Why are you going overseas without your kids? You're going to be in a different country to them. There are all these thoughts around that were actually making me really anxious to begin with. I had to move through that. I had to sit with that discomfort and I had to move through it because I knew the value of this experience. And then there was, can you really afford this? It is a high-end luxe retreat. Where are my words gone? A high-end luxe retreat. Can you pay for this? There's all these logistical questions. Can my partner, can he take the time off work that he needs to in order to have the girls? Like, I don't have a passport yet. There's all of these things, really legitimate barriers, I thought, that were coming up. But when I actually looked at them, I could overcome all of them. I could overcome every single one of those barriers. Now, when I first said yes, I also didn't know anyone else going. So I said yes to this retreat, knowing, committing to flying overseas by myself, which felt really big and scary. And then the universe blessed me with a friend. I'm traveling with one of my beautiful friends from the mastermind that I am in. We are going together. I don't know the other ladies who are going. It is a small, intimate experience, and I can't wait. I cannot wait to go and meet everybody and to be in the energy and caliber of the women who I know are going to be there. What I know about this experience and what really pulled me forward, and it's the same when I first invested in mentorship in my business. It's the same as a few years ago. What I knew was I needed the activation. I needed the energy of other like-minded women. I needed these experiences. I needed to surround myself with people who have achieved what I want to be achieving, because that is just such solid evidence that I can do it too. And so I think, oh my gosh, if I think back to 2021, October, when I was putting in my application for a mastermind and I had to pay $1,000 application deposit, and I wasn't making that much money in my business, um, maybe like $500 a month or something. Like I was not making much money. And can you imagine if the thoughts that I had then, could you imagine if the thoughts like, what if I can't pay for this? What if there is a month where I struggle to pay for this? Like those were the genuine thoughts. What if there was a month where I struggled to pay for this? What if I don't get anything from it? What if my business doesn't grow? What if I don't grow? All of these questions that really I knew wasn't possible. Like I'm going to grow. My business is going to grow because I'm choosing for that to happen. I'm not just going in, paying this money and not turning up. So imagine if those thoughts then for me, the discomfort in investing in myself, the uncomfortable conversation that I had to have with my partner to say, what, I'm not making any money yet, but I want to spend this much money on my business. Can you imagine if all of that discomfort stopped me from applying for that experience? I'm still in that container 3 years later. This year, I upgraded to private mentorship with that container as well. That was another stretch for me financially, another stretch for me personally, another stretch. But I need to keep meeting my new edge. And I'm not going to allow the thoughts in my head to hold me back from that. And so it was no different when we were at our retreat in March and Tracy mentioned the Bali retreat, and something just inside of me, I just knew straight away. I knew in my gut, I had my sacral response. I knew. I rode out my wave, had a high and a low. And then I said to her, I want information. Can you tell me? I just knew I wanted to be there. I knew I wanted that experience. I knew I wanted everything that is going to come along with that experience. As I said, the energy of the women, the new cultural experience for me, the stepping outside of my zone of comfort and my safe little bubble here. I need that push. I need that activation. And then someone said to me the other day, "Oh, what kind of work are you going to be doing in Bali?" He said, are you going as a family? And I said, no. And I said, I'm going by myself with a friend for work. And they're like, what kind of work are you going to do in Bali? Now imagine if I let that comment rattle me. Oh, yeah, it sounds like you're going to do a lot of work. Yeah. Private yoga instructor, private chef in the villas, all these amazing activities, all focused on me, all focused on me. A photo shoot, VIP beach club, like all these things that we'll be doing are all to grow me, healing experiences. And as far as I'm concerned, that's work. It is 100%. That is work. That is the part of our work that we neglect within ourselves. That is the part of our work that we feel guilty for doing. That is where the stories that, you shouldn't be spending this money on yourself, or that you're not taking your kids with you, or you're having a holiday and they're not. That's where those stories and other people's opinions who don't get it can go and jump off the cliff. Like, they do not belong in this space, because here is what I know to be true. And I know this with any experience that I am stepping into, wholeheartedly committed to. I know that when I step into an experience that challenges me, that nurtures me, that grows me as a human, just because I'm not going to be sitting there speaking or listening to a speaker tell me how to go and sell something, doesn't mean that I am not going to deeply change. I know I'm not going to come back from this the same as I left. I know that. And that really excites me. And what really excites me about is the fact that has a ripple effect. That is going to ripple out into the episodes I share with you. That is going to ripple out into my private containers. That is going to ripple out into my mastermind mentees. That is going to ripple out into my integration calls with embodied entrepreneur. It is going to ripple out into every single space that I mentor, that I am a part of. It's going to ripple out into how I show up for my peers, my friends, for my family, for my girls. So we can't say this isn't work. It is completely. And I'm just so glad that all of these reasons I had not to go, all of these reasons. Again, I haven't traveled overseas. I was going to have to travel by myself when I first committed. Can I pay for this? How can I? Oh, and can I just say the question became, how can I pay for this? Not can I, but how can I? And it's the same with when I put myself into private mentorship this year as well. The question wasn't, for a second, the question was, oh, okay, maybe I'll have to stop having that skin treatment, or maybe I'll have to let go of this container, or I'll have to let go of this. And then I stopped and I thought, hang on a minute. I am not going to commit to this level of private mentoring from a scarcity perspective. I'm not going to commit to this from a place of, oh, if I let this thing go that I really enjoy, if I let this thing go, if I cancel this, then I can do this. My question became, how can I bring this into my business? And it wasn't long after I asked that question that my first month's payment literally came in. And I'm not saying it's always easy when you stretch yourself, particularly financially, but I do choose to sit in a space of how can I? And I choose to sit in a space of neutrality rather than scarcity, rather than fear. And if the scarcity and fear thoughts come in, then I am very quick to pick up on those, because I have done so much awareness within my own body so I can recognize what's happening and I can pick it up quickly. And if I need to get curious about what is going on, then I will. And I will use the same processes to move through my limiting beliefs, the ones that I feel I can hold for myself. Sometimes I just need my mentors, right? Like, sometimes I just need to work with my hypnotherapist or my theta healing, beautiful healer, or I need to work with my mentor. Sometimes that's what I need, because I can't always hold myself. But the same process that I will take myself through to move through the limiting beliefs that I have about that come up in my business, the beliefs that are not serving me, I share with you in Becoming Limitless. It is the exact same process I take myself through, a 4-step process that combines mind, body, and energy. And you can literally go and access that workshop on demand right now for $79. Keep it forever. And anytime a new belief comes up, every time you get to your next edge, your next level, and there is something there, you can literally go back, start at the time where the process starts, and just keep redoing that 20-minute process. Is going to be or you can use the journal as well if you don't quite need the process, if it's more of an awareness thing. So if you want to move through that, you can literally go and click below in the show notes, and Becoming Limitless is there, and you can just go and get in straight away For that $79, you actually get a 30-minute call with me too. So once you have done the Becoming Limitless on Demand workshop in your own time, then you come onto that call and we will continue to bring momentum to what you have shifted from Becoming Limitless. But this is the work that we do, right? This is the work that I know I will continue to do so I can continue to hold more depth for you. This is the work that we do. We stretch ourselves. Yesterday, I sat on the most emotional call, and I know that this woman will be listening. I know, so she knows who she is. I sat on this call, and it was this beautiful full 360 moment where this woman, after working with me privately 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, one of my very first clients, she has come into Embodied Entrepreneur. And the body language, the look on her face, the emotion that was there as she made a big scary step for her to commit to herself, to say, I'm going to choose to believe in myself enough to make this happen. Oh, there was so much emotion, so much pride. I got off the call and I was so teary and I just celebrated. Oh my gosh. Whatever your edge is, you get to choose if you stay there and you tinker around there and maybe you're happy there. Maybe you're happy and you're going to choose not to step off, but know that if you're happy at that edge, things aren't going to change. Or maybe you get there and there is a limiting belief within you, old programming, outdated thought patterns, outdated nervous system states that pull you back. And you find yourself sabotaging and imposter syndrome kicks in and you're comparing and you're letting the discomfort of the thoughts like, I'm going to be in another country to my kid. What if this happens? What if I don't make my money back? What if, what if, what if, what if? And you let the discomfort, how that feels in your body of those thoughts hold you back. Oh my gosh, I, I cringe to think where I would be. Probably still putting out $37 offers with mixed messaging, with 1,000 things. Like, you think that I have a lot of offers now. My God, you should have seen my business back then. I think about where I would have been if those thoughts hadn't derailed me. If I had not moved through and sat in the discomfort that those thoughts brought me, I wouldn't be here with you right now. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't have had the confidence, the courage to. I would have still been fumbling around the skills to try and find how to do things, wasting time trying to do it all myself instead of outsourcing the things that keep me out of my zone of genius. So my question for you now is, what are you holding yourself back from? What do you desire? What do you want to create? Do you want to launch a podcast? Do you want to go and pitch yourself to podcasts? Come and pitch to me. If you have something valuable to offer an audience of soul-led entrepreneurs, then come and come and pitch yourself to me. I'd love to hear your pitch. What do you want to do for yourself? Do you want to go on a girls' weekend away? Do you want to go on a girls' overseas trip away? Do you want to go and commit to that healing retreat? Do you want to come in to a 12-month support program like Embodied Entrepreneur and dedicate 12 months to peeling back the layers that no longer serve you, unbecoming those and stepping into an identity that you want to be, an identity that holds what you want to create? Do you want to go and learn Facebook ads? What are you holding yourself back from that the thoughts in your head are telling you that you should feel guilty for, that you should say no for, that it's scary, that it's big, that you've never done something like this before? You're going to come over to Instagram and you're going to pop in my DMs and I'll probably voice message you back. I'll respond back. I just mean I'll probably voice message because that's the best. That's how I love to communicate, obviously. But you're going to come into my DMs and you're going to tell me what thoughts have been holding you back from what you really truly desire to do. Is there something? Do you want to go and start a dance class? Do you want to go and take pottery lessons? What are you holding yourself back from? Come and tell me what those thoughts are and whether or not you are going to continue to allow those thoughts to hold you back. I can't wait to hear from you. As you listen to this, I will be on my way back from this experience, and I cannot wait to record an episode for you guys about what I had taken away from actually being there. I know in my heart, in my body, that the energy of what I'm walking into is going to be next level. And I'm just so excited to have this experience. I'm so grateful for my family to be supportive of me having this experience. And I'm so grateful that I have been doing this internal work so that the thoughts that could have stopped me from going didn't. Right. I'll see you in my DMs.
That's a wrap on today's episode. Feeling inspired to explore your inner world and reach your full potential? We'd love to hear from you. Subscribe for more, leave a review, and share your takeaways on Instagram at jessica.reed.ilc. Until next time, keep thriving.